Reboots are everywhere at the moment. I don't know, maybe the state of the world in general is just making the public wish for a complete do-over. The film industry is the biggest culprit, but video games have been doing it themselves for a while, the cheeky little so-and-sos. While turning a universe off and on again can breathe fresh air into a dying franchise, here are the reboots that killed perfectly good series. Now, I never played Prey. I tried working out the story a few times online, but it just baffled me. Something about Native American ghosts and portals, I think? I don't know. What I do know is that Prey 2 looked like it could have been the absolute best game ever made. Essentially following a former cop who's been more or less abducted by aliens, the game would have been a space bounty hunter parkour FPS? Like Boba Fett meets Mirror's Edge, but somehow even cooler. There was even Johnny Cash trailer music, my god, I still get excited thinking about it. But now Prey is coming to consoles again, and it looks weird and interesting, but come on, why don't you want me to set my phasers to stun and hunt neon cyberpunk aliens? Is it really that much to ask for? Speaking of, Star Wars Battlefront is one of the most beloved shooters ever made. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Star Wars Battlefront is a decent game. Battlefront 1 and 2 for the glorious PS2 were what defined multiplayer gaming for a generation. And if there's any series that could learn a thing or two about not messing with childhoods, it's Star Wars. Battlefront is probably the better game objectively, but without story mode and released piecemeal through DLC, it's a bit of a tough sell. Especially when you see the footage of what Battlefront 3 could have been, with a possible alternate timeline where Obi-Wan joins the dark side. Feel the Force, come on! A sad one for this list, my third entry, is the new Ratchet & Clank game, which, by the way, is still fantastic. This is more of a it's not you, it's me type deal, because there's absolutely nothing wrong with the new Ratchet reboot. The problem is that it's stripping away years and years of amazing quality games, and I'll be damned if that doesn't sting a little bit. A Crack in Time is one of my absolute favourite games for the PS3. It's a gorgeous, genuinely heartfelt story that felt like a culmination of years of building these characters up. While the new version is leagues beyond the original Ratchet & Clank, the fact that it essentially voids all the previous games to tie in with a movie feels a little bit of an up your arsenal move. Number 4 is PR disaster Sim City, a glorious game ruined by the company that made it. It tried so hard to be a user-friendly, gorgeous upgrade to its predecessors, and then it just ballsed it all up really bad. The always online DRM, along with the servers that weren't built to handle the amount of people that wanted to actually play, meant the game was unplayable. It took EA a year to establish a single-player mode for a game that most people wanted to play on their own. Not only did it kill the franchise, but it removed a lot of trust between consumers and publishers. Not a great day for EA, all in all. Before I reach my fifth and final reboot, I have to give my dishonourable mention to PT and Silent Hills, the reboot that never even got a chance to reboot. It may have been the final breath of Silent Hill we'll ever see outside of a pachinko machine, but it managed to completely reinvigorate horror games, and one series in particular. No one was more shocked than me at the reveal of Resident Evil 7. But good god, that looks like it's going to be an amazing time, if not pant-wettingly scary. The effects of PT are still happening throughout the industry, and it's going to be a really interesting and nightmarish time to see where we go from here. And finally, the biggest series killer of them all, Duke Nukem Forever, the most gloriously named DNF. After 13 years of uncertainty came a reboot that should have stayed dead. Hoping to catapult the Duke into a new age, it only served to show how dated the series had become, how lifeless and dull Duke Nukem has sunk in order to appeal to the masses as a struggle to make it big one last time. Duke 3D was a really great game, and I even liked some of the terrible PS1 games, but my god, the physical embodiment of small man syndrome, puffing its chest out and trying to play with the big boys. Rest in pieces, Duke. So that's my roundup. I'll see you all next time when we re-release this in 3D, probably. Twitter, comment, bye.